is meant to be a companion to the printed version in Flowers and Magazine. In this video, we hope to share even more insights into the creation of the design that you see in our monthly feature in the magazine. Today we will create a cummerbund that will be used in the vase to dress the design up and to allow it to be very, very appropriate to use at a wedding reception. Today's design features a paper cummerbund made with gold and silver reversible crinkle paper from Accent Decor. This wonderful paper is completely waterproof and looks great submerged in a vase. We're going to start the cummerbund by cutting about 15 to 20 inches of paper off the roll, and we're going to ensure that the width will be enough to go around the entire vase. So an easy way to do that is sit the vase on one corner of the paper and simply hold your finger in the same place, roll it over, and when you get to the other side, if you have more paper left over, it's wide enough to encircle the inside of the container. So we just checked that and it's good. Now what we're going to do, to start with a finished edge, we're going to fold the paper over. We're going to fold about a ½ inch at the top, and then we're going to turn it over to start the pleats of our cummerbund. To create the pleats in the cummerbund, keep the top of the paper closest to your body, and holding the two sides, bring it forward toward you and create a pleat that you're going to press down evenly all the way across, make it nice and flat, and what you've actually created is you've created the first pleat in the cummerbund. We're going to then create a second one. From the two outsides, make them, each one should be about a ½ inch, and they'll look just like a real material cummerbund when you're done. You simply keep going, make a third one, and it will be easy to make sure you've got enough. Just lay the container down, so we're only about this far down the container, so we have to make some more pleats. Once you've completed the cummerbund and perhaps added some trim like I did, you'll turn it over and take some packing tape and just cut it into strips and just put it on the back of the cummerbund to ensure that it doesn't slip and it doesn't release the creases, because we want to let people see that once it's inside the vase. To make the trim, which is also the way we make some trim for some votive candles, what you do is you take your craft punch. When you use a craft punch, make sure that the magnets line up so that they make a good firm close when you do it. And we made the trim on the silver side of the paper, and all you do is simply set it in and then press, and when you release, you have the pattern. And we did that multiple times, and that's what created this. And then we attached it into the cummerbund and just put it in and bent it, and put it in and bent it. And we did that all the way down on this side after we cut it all. So that trim is done, and then the other trim that we made would be for a votive candle. And so, let's put that out of your way. Votive candle, cut the piece of paper so it would go around the circumference of the candle. Magnet is clicked down. Take the picture, and then we're going to do a candle, a votive candle, so the light shines through the flower opening that we created on the paper. When you're ready to insert your paper into the vase, the cummerbund goes in with the holes facing up, and before you put it in, just take it and shape it around the vase. And just press it down to give it a little bit of roundness, because we are dealing with paper. And then you just put it inside. And then you press it against the glass to bring it all the way even into the container, like so. Now our next step in the process of making this design is we're going to add a curly willow grid to the inside of the vase, and that's going to hold our stems of flowers as we create the design. And the easiest way to do this is take some curly willow, and you just take and you bend it around your hand. You just keep rolling it around and back and forth, and then you drop it in the vase, and it will expand just like that. And then, once you have it, then all your stems will stay where you place them because you're going to go through the curly willow. We're going to then add some water with preservative in it already. And you can see as I'm doing this that the cummerbund, even though it's paper, it's totally not getting ruined or moved by the water. It stays perfect in the design. So we're going to start this design with a wonderful pink hydrangea. We're going to weave it through the curly willow and put it on that side. We're going to make this arrangement all the way around so that if you wanted to use it for a party, it would be seen from all the way around. And you know, when you make an arrangement that's all the way around, it doesn't have to have the same thing on this side that it has on this side. So we're going to employ the principle of grouping in this design. And I'm going to group two flowers of the same type together. So the people sitting over here will look at this. The people on this side will see pink. Perhaps the people on the opposite side will see these wonderful lavender Peruvian lilies. We're going to put those in the middle, and they'll come up above the arrangement with us. It's starting to look so luscious to me. All those beautiful colors complementing each other. I'm going to put one more stem of the Peruvian lilies. These are also called Alstroemeria. It's just two names for the same flower. And then perhaps we'll go and do some more green. This beautiful green, fresh hydrangea. It's baby hydrangea. Smaller than, obviously you can see, smaller than the pink. And then, this is called foxtail fern, and it has the wonderful ability of being able to be made round and twisted, and we're going to take and put this curl of the foxtail fern into the arrangement. So the person who's sitting where I am is going to be looking at this side of the arrangement and is going to see that fern. And then under the fern, I'm going to put a little bit more of the lily. Just to fill out the arrangement. And then I've just got one more little piece that I'm going to use it. And then we're going to take these beautiful, these are just gorgeous orchids. And we're going to do a little burst out of the top. They're so regal and just so beautiful, and that pop of color will tell all the guests how beautiful these arrangements are. Earlier we showed you how to make these wonderful votives by taking the paper and using the punch, the craft punch, and cutting the design into the paper, stripping them, cutting them as long strips, and then putting them a little bit of U-glue on the back, and that seals it and keeps that steady. So I would put two on one side, maybe one here, one in the back, and just really make a very festive party. I'm Rich Salvaggio, publisher of the magazine, and I'd like to thank you very, very much for spending time with me today. Please remember to visit www.flowersandmagazine.com and to see the digital magazine and the digital version of Focus on Design. Thanks for being with me.